Is it worth getting a Player Series Strat? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over the specs on this guitar and let you know my thoughts. Hey guys, I'm Dr. McFarland and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, then welcome. I'm a producer, teacher, and tone crafter based out of Nashville, Tennessee. And I have a lot of videos on different types of gear, video manuals, music theory stuff, recording. So feel free to subscribe down below and click the bell icons to be notified every time I release new content. So what we have here today is the Fender Player Series Strat. Now, these have been out for at least a year now, and I haven't been too familiar with them just yet. But this is a very solid guitar. And for the price that these are, brand new, they're about $6.99 at your local guitar center or even on Sweetwater. But every now and again there are deals where you can probably get them around $5.50, $5.25, something like that. So for that price range and what you're getting, this is an amazing instrument. So let's talk about who should buy the Fender Player Series. If you are budget conscious, but wants lots of good features, wants a really good feeling neck, wants some good updated pickups from some older models, maybe you like the fact that it has 22 frets and not 21 frets, like some other Fender models, then I would say this would be a great guitar for you. Now, could this be a starter guitar for maybe like a 12-year-old? If you want to invest in a really nice instrument for not a lot of money and you don't mind mowing a few yards and saving up and paying for your first guitar, then I would definitely skip the Squire and just go ahead and buy this version, because you get Fender on the headstock, which some people care about that and some people don't. But you do get some nice upgrades and a good overall feel than what some Squires can't get. So for the price difference, I mean, some Squires can cost $200. So for another $300 or $400, you got a really nice instrument that's going to last you the rest of your life. So let's start going over some things that I see on this guitar that really impresses me. And then let's go over some stuff that I'm not quite too fond about. So first of all, I like having a nice chunky neck. And that doesn't mean it has to be a baseball bat by any means, but I do like a neck that feels good in my hands, that's not too thin. And, you know, I don't have huge hands, but when I'm playing on a smaller neck, my hand just tends to cramp up a little bit and just doesn't feel that great. So having a little bit of thickness to the overall neck profile is definitely a plus for me. And another thing is about the frets. The fret ends on this fretboard are pretty smooth. I feel a little bit of sprouting here and there, but it is winter time right now in Tennessee, and that could be a factor going into that. So maybe in the summer, after the wood expands a little bit more, those sharper fret ends will probably go away. But when I'm playing just normally, it's fine. You know, I can make normal chords and do my bends and stuff, and it feels good on the hands. I'm not bleeding by any means, okay? I do like having the fact that there are 22 frets and not 21 frets. There are other guitars like the Squire that I picked up at a pawn shop a few years ago, which I Hadn't really put it back together yet, as you can see. This one has 21 frets, and I feel like if you're playing in certain keys, like the key of G, key of A, and you're playing those pentatonic boxes, you need that extra fret. So you're not on a short leash once you get up to those upper frets right there. Now I love what they did with the finish on this neck. So the fretboard is a little glossy. You can kind of see that there. Just a little bit of a gloss. Alright, but the back of the neck is a matte finish, which is really nice. See, that focus is there. A nice matte finish. So that means that your hand's not going to get all sticky when you're playing up and down the neck. And it has a nice smooth travel going back and forth. So the neck is a huge plus for me, and I really enjoy playing on this guitar. Now the pickups, to me they look just a little low. And so far in my playing just through a Boss Katana and also my Headrush pedal board, you know, the output is definitely not as hot as some other guitars that I have. So I could either do a few things. I could probably just bring those up or just adjust the gain on the amp because these pickups aren't putting out as much output. But just coming straight off the shelf out of the store, I think this is a good height and everything looks really good. And they sound Stratty. You know, it's a good single coil pickup. They're not overly noisy, and they just sound really, really good. So next thing is going to be the bridge area here. All right. And it is coming up just a little bit off the body because, you know, that's how the springs are set up. But what that does is it gives you backward travel and also downward travel. So you can bend the string back and forth. All right, so that's pretty neat. And I love the cream color pickup and knobs against that black. It is a super nice look, and you know, it definitely sticks out compared to my sunburst finishes on my other guitars. Another thing I love about this guitar is the actual 5-way switch on here. So this has just a little bit of resistance when you're moving the switch. And that's great for me because when I'm strumming, and if let's say I'm on the neck pickup here and I'm strumming along and I'm playing and I go, oh man, I hit the switch and now it's on the bridge pickup in the middle of me strumming on the neck pickup, and it changes the sound, changes the tone. And it's just not the greatest thing when you're in the middle of a song and you know, hit something that changes your sound. So I do like the fact that it has a little bit of resistance to it, and that's perfectly fine with me. You know, the overall finish on the body, that feels comfortable. And, you know, depending on how high you have your strap, it feels good when you're kind of shooting from the hip right here and you're playing along. So that's really comfortable. And just everything about it. I mean, the finish is great. The neck joint is nice and tight. When I strum, you know, I feel the vibration in the body itself going through the neck. So that just means that this is going to be a very vibrant sounding guitar acoustically. And then when you plug it in, it's just going to resonate even more. Now, the one thing I don't prefer on this guitar is the sharpness of the saddles. So I don't know if you can see that or not. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, there we go. But the saddles are sticking up just a little bit. And I'm very, very spoiled by my Reverend guitars. Let me grab one of these real fast. So if you notice on my Reverend Jetstream, this is a Wilkinson tremolo. And I don't have any issues with the saddles sticking up because this is a totally different saddle and bridge mechanism. And when my hand sits on there, it's just nice and smooth. I don't have to deal with that. But that guitar has P90s and this guitar has classic single coils. So it is a slightly different sound. And when you're recording and working with different artists, you just need a lot of different tones at your disposal that you can grab a hold of quickly. So that would be a great reason to have a Strat in my arsenal. And this is a doozy for sure. So just to reiterate, the neck is great, the body is very comfortable, the pickups are low but have a good output, and I love the overall color with the black and the cream, and the tremolo system works really well. And it's not something where I'm going to do like dive bombs on this bridge system, but for a little bit of a shake, it definitely gets the job done. So if you are in the market for a Strat and maybe you're used to playing Les Pauls or maybe Telecasters and you just desire to have that Strat tone, then definitely look into the Player Series by Fender and you will definitely get a good bang for your buck. So once again, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and go ahead and comment down below and let me know your thoughts on the guitar. And if you already have one, great. Let me know what you think about it. And if you don't, give me some reasons why you should choose this yourself. So go ahead and subscribe and click that bell. I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking. Hey, wait a second. Before you go, be sure to check out the description down below. There's a lot of really cool links. And definitely be sure to check out my website, drmcfarlandstudios.com. See ya.